The 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Miami Heat. For Miami, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Hey, the way the Warriors were able to outperform the rest of the NBA last year, they put up huge numbers, win 67 games. How much extra pressure does that put on them this year, Shaq?
It'll be hard for anyone to expect them to win that many games again. I'll be surprised if they do it. Success in the postseason and deep playoff runs are probably reasonable to expect. I'm going on the record saying they're going back-to-back.
Wow. Well, this team needs to stay hungry to do that, man, because, you know, to have a chance to win it back-to-back, as they are trying to do, is very difficult. They have the kind of talent and chemistry to do it, but I don't know if their overall personnel and their refined efforts will get it done.
Just about game time. Let's get it to Kevin Harlan, who
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Warriors take to the road. Welcome to the American Airlines Arena, home of the Miami Heat, and a great venue for basketball. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Now, Golden State's starting five. Against the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the five, patrolling the paint. And the shot is good. And you think about Stephen Curry, clearly one of the greatest shooters the league has ever seen. Clark, I think you could make a case that he's the best off-the-dribble three-point shooter in league history. What do you think?
Hey, I think he's the best total shot maker shooter we've had in the league. When you look at all aspects of shooting, I don't know if anybody's ever been better.
Now, here's Wade after the miss from Klay Thompson, and he gets it to go.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Curry uses the glass to finish the layup. Curry's got his second basket of the game.
And for Steph Curry, the light doesn't get any greener. I mean, the only limit is his conscience. I think he does a great job of scoring, but also looking to keep his teammates engaged.
Thompson with the bucket.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Another miss by Dragic.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Takes the three, and Steph Curry gets the three. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
And, you know, when you think back when Curry came into the league, the question was, is he just a scorer, or can he play point guard? Well, I think he's more than answered those concerns, and he's gotten a lot better with his decision-making as he's now starting to limit his turnover.
Jacks up a three, and there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by Dragic. 9 points for Wade.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems. Well, he can give as good as he gets.
Gamesmanship going on right here. You've seen it, Greg. You know exactly what's going on right there. He answers right back with that three of his own.
Now Curry after the missed three from Goran Dragic, and that one's good. Barnes.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Fires for three, and Wade hits it again from deep. Wade's got 12.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Here's Curry, and he gets it to go. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Off his leg. And the ref saying he kicked it. Wade from outside, and a again, Miami with the triple.
He is on fire from beyond the arc.
Yeah, it seems like all of his points are coming from deep, Greg.
And Curry, here we go. No good. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, Steve Kerr had a few moments to share with me. The phrase superstar gets tossed around the league a lot these days, but that is how he described Dwayne Wade. He said that D. Wade's the guy we'll be giving the most attention to because he can function either as a playmaker or a scorer, saying no matter what he chooses to do, he can hurt you. We have to be ready for everything. Easier said than done, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Thompson, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And here is Curry after Dwayne Wade hitting the three, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Wade, and that one hits back iron.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
The drive by Thompson, and that is good. Thompson's got 6.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it. But credit, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Well, sir, thank you. Wade gets the bucket.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Spates checked in for Andrew Bogut. Warriors leading by 4. Now Thompson. 8 points for him. Outside Curry. Spates dishes to Curry. Clock at 4. Lets it go from the wing. And it's Miami with the rebound.
A team's rebounding is one of the great measures of its energy, and theirs has been terrific in the first quarter.
Yeah, they've brought it in terms of having another level of intensity right from the tip.
Inside. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. A nice bounce back here for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
The shot by Wade, wide open. And it's Wade again missing. Barnes passes to Thompson. The dish now to Green. The feed to Curry. Stolen by Bosch. Wade from outside, and it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Andre Iguodala has checked in for Barnes. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Here's Wade following the score by Golden State.
And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding. last year, and that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up. And oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of your game.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Here is Livingston. Feeds to Barbosa. Three-pointer. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Barbosa's got 5.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a three-point battle taking shape here.
Good. That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
That's good. 10 points for Draymond Green.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
That bucket in no time at all.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
Livingston, that's good.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number 1 for this defense.
Absolutely. You cannot allow a team to have that kind of a rhythm from beyond. You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Ezeli's checked in for Green. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's his first foul. It's stolen by Wade.
You know what? That passing lane wasn't open for long. He closed it down in a heartbeat there to get the steal.
So they take the lead. And it's 6 points for Chris Bosh. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for Miami.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for the Warriors. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. The Warriors shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. The Heat shooting has been tremendous early. Their offense looking primed and ready for this matchup. Whiteside kicks to Bosh. Over Iguodala. And Chris Bosh again. Bosh has got 8 points. The Warriors trail. Stolen by Bosh. The fadeaway. That's good.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
And he answers right back with a 3 of his own.
Watch out now, Suki. We got a duel shaping up right here. This could be mano-mano for a little while.
And so here is Golden State after the missed 3 from Goran Dragic.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
And the Warriors making a change here. Clark's checked in. Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body in. Side moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's kind of got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong, physically good frame. He's a low down there, and what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
The Heat with the lead. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shots good by Bosh.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
Here is Livingston. He's guarded by Dragic. Livingston dishes to Ezeli. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Miami ahead, leading by 5. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream. great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help, Greg, but love for his attitude and ability to be, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving it.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure.
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
They've got Richardson. Winslow is out there with Johnson. Then there's Dragic, and it's Stoudemire in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the 4 for Miami. And it's Dragic off the drive. Just 3 to shoot. A shot by Stoudemire, no good. Warriors trail by 3. Clark, the pass to Curry. It's deflected, and so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Azili. Green comes in for Andre Iguodala. Barnes, he's checked in for Brandon Rush. And it's Thompson in for Ian Clark. And so it's Golden State with it. Shot clock at 6. The drive by Green. Spates. And the shot falls short this time. Here's Dragic. He dishes it to Johnson. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Barnes kicks to Thompson. It's hauled in by the Heat.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Outside Dragic. The Heat need to get a shot off. And the jam by Stoudemire.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
Curry kicks to Spates. Here's Green. Sinks the 15-footer. Green's got 12. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Outside Dragic. Pass to Stoudemire. It's stolen by Curry. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Pass to Richardson. Kicks it to Dragic. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long. They are starting to become synonymous.
One shot.
And that one falls for Dragic. Greg, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Clark kind of molded him in his image.
Yeah, and it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to him.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Goran Dragic. Over in the corner, Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one. It's Dragic with the drive. Stoudemire outside. He kicks to Johnson. Great D that time from Green.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Here's Barnes. It's hauled in by Richardson.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Lets it go from deep, and he gets it to go. Richardson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Green. When Coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. From deep, Richardson, and again, Miami with the triple.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Now here's Barnes. 5 points in the game. Here's the three, and he gets it to go. Barnes has got 8 points.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. That sends Justice Winslow to the free throw line. And it goes on Draymond Green. The Heat have shot just one free throw early. 1 for 1 in the game.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago. Got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
With Winslow, it's all about improvement and being great on the big stage. I think he can do that, Greg. You talked about, you know, what he did in the national championship run. Clark, he was a fantastic foundation to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? He's not got many holes in his game. Solid at the defensive end, can score a lot of ways, puts his hands on winning at both ends of the floor.
No good on that one.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships. At Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
And here's a little known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
Now here's Curry after the miss from Joe Johnson. Green, the screen. Bogut with the screen on Dragic. 4 on the shot clock. Thompson for three. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Dragic against Thompson. Dragic dishes to Winslow. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Winslow's got the lead up to 11 now for Miami. Curry passes to Thompson. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
Winslow wide open. He fires. And the Heat, another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now here's Green. No coverage that time. 16 points for Steph Curry.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
Yeah, and he's kept them close enough to be within striking range. I mean, the deficit would be much larger if not for the efficiency of his play.
Dragic against Thompson. Shoots. The shot misses. So Golden State will take it the other way.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Screen by Bogut. Lets it go from deep. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Klay Thompson.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
There's the double team with Bogut. Trying his luck deep, and it's Winslow that time on the assist by Richardson. 14 points here for Justice Winslow. Curry with it. He's got 16. Screen by Bogut. Curry kicks to Barnes. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Now here's Dragic. 7 points in the game. Richardson, no luck.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pass to Green. Screen by Bogut. The drive by Green. And it's Miami with the rebound. Dishes it to Dragic. And he's good on the 3-ball. Dragic has got 10.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3-balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
No doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. So Dragic will go to the free throw line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Whiteside's checked in for Josh McRoberts. Wash comes in for Joe Johnson. Luol Deng is checked in for Winslow. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Richardson. The free throw drops for Goran Dragic. And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season, said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix and to South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel and did something else.
And here is Deng after the three-pointer from Andre Iguodala. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
No good on that one.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
And he sinks the second.
And you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in block shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
The Heat leading by 7. Dragic dishes to Whiteside. Rush with the steal. Clark the pass to Rush. Here's Clark. Wade is covering, and that one's good.
Well, they're not shooting as many from outside here in the second quarter.
They were shooting well early on. I like their spacing. I think they should get back to that.
Now here's Wade. He has 35. Dang with the buckets.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Here is Livingston. He feeds it to Clark. There's the pass to Iguodala. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Iguodala's got 9.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
And it's Whiteside, that time on the assist by Wade. And it's 6 points now in the game for Hassan Whiteside. Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Andre Iguodala on a roll.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Heat lead by 5. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Dwayne, it certainly looks as if you guys are having plenty of fun out here tonight. Tell us a little bit about that first half. It looked like a track meet.
Yeah, so a lot of up and back, close out the paint, close out the three-point shooter, get the ball out, go. So, you know, this is one of those games that you enjoy to play.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be breaking down all the action for you. Dwayne Wade has been all over the floor tonight. He had 35 points, 2 steals, and 1 assist. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat? Shaq, how'd you think the Warriors were playing?
Where was the sense of urgency? We all know they're capable of playing better, and no one wants to give up a ridiculous high shooting percentage. They need a little attitude adjustment in the second half, or this game will get away from them.
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
Nice numbers from D. Wade. He has 35 points. And talk about the 3-ball for him. Wow, unbelievable from long distance.
Clark, there have been some fireworks from deep today. Boy, he is just dangerous out there.
Warriors trail by 5. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot.
Getting the half off to a good start here already with some penetration.
Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
On the free throw, no good.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor. And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game.
And the first one drops. And, of course, Chris Bosh has been such a prolific scorer and rebounder in his career. He's not quite in the 2010 category for his career, but boy, Greg, he's close.
Yeah, I mean, good athleticism, that big wingspan, and not an overly physical player, but very instinctive on the backboard. And when it comes to scoring, particularly from that mid-range area, he can do it all.
And finished off by Bogut.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Outside Dragic. Here's Wade, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. 37 points for Dwayne Wade.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second move.
That's good, and the Heat lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Stephen Curry.
On the topic of Chris Bosh, I mean, guys, he was a 24-11 player his last season with Toronto. Went on to Miami to win rings where his stats dipped a bit with LeBron there. Then last season, the scoring average right back up to 21 a game.
Curry gets the bucket.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes. Talking about Chris Bosh, he was really ahead of his time when he first entered the league. I mean, very few power forwards back then had his combination of size, agility, and skill set. Now we're seeing a ton of 4s like that on draft night.
The Heat leading by 4. Dragic kicks to Wade. The dish to Bosh. Whiteside sets the pick for Bosh. There's the feed to Dragic. Pass to Whiteside. 6 on the shot clock. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And it goes on Draymond Green. Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. He had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
And he makes the first.
You know, the Heat never really came back after losing Bosh. His presence on both ends of the floor is hard to replace, and they missed him a bunch.
And the Warriors making a change here. Speights is checked in. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And guys, I know I speak for everybody. Glad to see Chris Bosh back out on the floor. I mean, blood clots can be a very scary thing for anyone. And I think everyone is happy he's been able to make a full recovery.
A three-pointer is right on target. Bosh has got 9 points now in just the second half. To the inside. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Speights.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Stolen by Bosh. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Barnes, and he gets it to go. Barnes has got 12 points in the game.
You know, down there in the low post is where you really want to create a lot of your offense.
Bosch misses. Warriors trail by 9. Spates with a screen on Dragic. Curry outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Bosch can't hit.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
And some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man. And just he has an air about him.
The Heat leading by 4. The 3 from Bosch. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. The Warriors have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on. No good from Bogut. Miami's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. And Chris Bosch gets the 3. Bosch has got 33 points.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Golden State. Feeds it to Curry. Spates sets a screen. The 3. Bosch grabs the miss.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. You can point to any number of things, Clark, the Warriors did well last year. Their play on the road being one of them.
Well, the Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long, partner. Hit the ground running and finished with the league best 28 road wins.
Wade gets the bucket.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
Great open look there. Barbosa's got 8 points.
And for the Warriors, they would go on several road trips undefeated last season. Still, the only time they looked vulnerable were games on the road.
Now Curry. After Dwayne Wade's three-pointer that didn't go. Thompson with the bucket.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Bosch kicks to Whiteside. Back to Bosch. And stolen by Barnes. Here's Curry. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Now just a 3-point Heat lead.
And you know, with the Warriors on the road, they would occasionally dig a hole they couldn't get out of. Still, hard to critique a team that was so dominant in every facet of the game last season, even on the road.
And here is Barnes. Hassan Whiteside getting his 3 to go.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
From deep 3-point range, and the Heat another 3.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Barnes sets a screen for Curry. Off the pick. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And that's now 20 points for Barnes. Here's Whiteside, and the Heat another 3.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
Spates, and count the basket. He is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Barnes. Iguodala comes in for Leandro Barbosa. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Dang gets a wide open look. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Livingston kicks to Ezeli, and stolen by Whiteside. Dang for 3, and he gets the bucket. Dang's got 9. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Heat.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
And so here is Miami following the score by Golden State. The 3, and again Miami with the triple.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Here is Livingston. From the line, and Whiteside sends it back. Miami leading by 7. Wade for 3, and the shot is good. Wade's got 43 points.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.